All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of Brothers on the Green. Here with PGA Tour Pro Dice and Bobby. We are indeed brothers, and we are here for the fourth edition of this episode. We have a winner to finally speak about, thankfully. And then I will get into my wins as well last week that I introduced that I said on the pod. But let's get to the main one here. Dice, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, Hovland, man, he really finally put it all together for the first time. It feels like in a year plus at this point. It's the 2023 FedEx, but yeah, obviously, I mean, he played well all four rounds. I think shot under par each of the four, one under the first round, couple under the second, and then I mean, pretty similar for round three and round four. But obviously, he found his putter, like I pointed out the second day of the Players. He gained like 3.5 strokes putt and still missed the cut, and then I've just carried over all week to the Valspar, putted well all week there. But definitely a great win. I also did hit JT live, so I was covered on both grounds there. I got probably the best time you could get on a live bet. It was just eagle, birdie, birdie, birdie after. But great week, Hovland. Good first fucking winner for the pod in terms of outrights, and then yeah, excited to get into Augusta obviously soon enough. But this week's the Houston Open, and pretty good field. Scotty, Rory as well. So see if we can get another winner and get a little bit on a hot streak.
Yeah, he played solid golf and he clutched up in the end. I mean, his
Exactly.
interviews are the best right now. He's talking like he has no idea how to swing a golf club, and he wins a PGA Tour event. So,
That shot on 16 was so good. Like
yeah.
it's just, oh, so good.
And that was the shot he spoke about. He's like, when I hit it, I was just like, oh, hopefully it's going straight.
You
And
said I
it's going
stole
at the
my hit
pin.
to time up the club. It's just, I mean, it's madness going on in his head of standing over a golf ball in a pressure situation on a Sunday. I don't know how you execute.
Yeah, no, he's a talented golfer, and he's fun to watch, and he's fun to have a part of the mix. So it's nice to see Victor back. Hopefully back. The way he's talking, he's like, once it's a
Yeah,
hard golf course, he has no chance. But it's he's fun to watch. Him and JT, that was a good battle. Come
that
the
was the best golf all year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they were both hitting quality golf shot after quality golf shot. And then I had Davis Riley plus 500 top 20, so that was a winner. And then the
Easy winner
two
too.
ball, yeah, the two ball to start the week was like plus 536. So two quality winners there, right? A solid week for brothers on the green. But it was a great event. It's a good golf course that really tests you in every aspect. It's tough off the tee, tough coming into the greens, and then the greens are pretty flat. But a lot of
Yeah.
times that's tougher to read, right? If it's those straight putts are some of the toughest ones to make,
Mhm.
especially for those tour guys, right? When you know it's breaking right to left or you know it's breaking left to right, that's a more freeing feeling than hoping that it's straight, and hoping that it's going to go in the hole at that point. But like you want to talk about JT, he blew it. I mean, he's playing
Oh,
unbelievable golf really the whole weekend. He had that interview on Friday talking about how he just wanted to make the cut because he was
9 holes
9 holes
away.
away, and he was right. I mean, he got hot on Saturday, got himself in contention, and Sunday he played the best golf until 16. He decided to hit driver, which did not make any sense to either one of us.
Oh my
You
God.
saw Viktor Hovland hit driving iron and then 7 iron.
Yeah.
You're supposed to play the hole.
Yeah.
It was a fun week of golf.
Yeah, I mean JT sort of, I so like I told you, he sort of reminded me of Rory at the U.S. Open. Not quite on the level of the U.S. Open. Obviously, it's the Valspar Championship, but just how well he played all day, went out and got it, and then just two stupid bogeys late because I mean, one wrong club decision off the tee, sort of like Rory at that par three when he hit a 7 iron instead of an 8 iron and flew the green basically. So
Yeah.
the stupid club choice at an unneeded time. You're Justin Thomas. You're a top five iron player in the world. Play into your strengths. It's not too hard of a decision of two strokes with those three holes. If you par out, you're feeling pretty good at 12 under coming into the clubhouse. Even if honestly, even if you still make a bogey on 18, I don't think Victor might still do what he does, and obviously I'm very thankful that he did. But just a matter of it's a different mindset for Victor if he's chasing still and not seeing you fall apart right in front of him.
Yeah, no, he saw a lot of those shots, so that definitely gave him some confidence and realized, all right, we can finish this tournament with a few good swings coming in.
Yep, and he clutched up. He did it. He executed. And I mean, Obviously, that's a good first win for us. But JT, it feels like he's so close to really, breaking through for one of those big wins. His game's there. It's just, it's a matter of now he got into contention for the first time, got that taste again. Now it's a matter of obviously, closing a big one, and his next one's Augusta.
Yeah, hopefully it would be. It's a tournament Augusta that should fit him. I mean, you're
Yeah,
it's a draw
safe on the
golf
ball.
course, really, but for right-handers. But when you're swinging the club like he does, when he's swinging it well, he can compete anywhere. So that's an event. It's I can see him playing well, but when you think about it, not a great chipper, right?
He's
Which
missed the
easy
last two
chipper off.
cuts there too. It's like it's a
Yeah, it's
mental.
a
It could be
tough.
a
Yeah,
mental.
it doesn't set up great for him, just on paper. But again, when he's swinging it well, he could play well anywhere.
Exactly.
Few other things golf wise want to talk about, right? Our on course reporter Bob DeForio asked us to talk about Sergio missing a 3-footer to make the British.
I
That's
didn't realize.
I would have loved to see him in the British. He's playing some good golf.
Who
He's
have more
still
cups?
Yeah, and he's gonna. Last year he went to open qualifying and did the 36 holes in a day. He loves golf. You can't debate that, and he wants to be a part of those majors, which he made his decision to join Live, but that is interesting. There's no video of it,
I
so
know.
he probably murdered somebody right after he missed it, but that's something I want to see.
But
We
there's also the live points now too, whatever. Because didn't they come out with
Only
something?
one guy makes it.
Oh, it's one guy. Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
won't be the top guy probably.
Neiman's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
But another thing I like to see was all the guys how angry they were getting. I mean, Adam Hadwin slamming the sprinkler head,
I've never
Pat
seen
Kazire punting his putter.
the
There was a
Gala.
video of Spieth that I saw just screaming fuck after a bad chip.
The Gala launched the club off the tee.
The Gala, yeah, absolutely sledgehammered a club into the ground. So, these guys are human. They're battling some demons out there, and it's nice to see that they get angry
Even though,
like
like,
you and
I
I.
thought Kazires would be the most embarrassing by far, but I mean, when you slam your club in the rough and you hit a sprinkler head and you're holding it down, trying to get it off. I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's
While
pretty.
you're yeah, while you're missing the cut, that's
Yeah,
tough.
that's brutal.
All right, so let's talk Houston Open, and then maybe at the end we'll talk a little bit about Augusta, and just get a little sneak preview onto our thoughts at Augusta.
Yeah.
So you want to break down the course dice?
Yeah, I'll give a little bit of a breakdown. So, I mean, everything that I've been seeing, obviously, first off, it's a, pretty long course overall. There's five par fours over 490 yards. So, I mean, seems like obviously, first off, distance going to be a big, maybe not a big factor, but very beneficial for you if you can get it out there off the tee and have smaller irons coming into these greens. And it also seems like in terms of the course, it's very open. Like there's very limited fairway bunkers. There's very limited like water hazards in terms of like off the tee there. So you're able to just grip it and rip it, basically try and get it out there as far as possible. But I also have seen a good amount in terms of some of these course breakdowns that it's a bit of a tough chipping course, very tight lies, a lot of like slope and undulations in these greens. So not too easy to actually, get up and down from the once you're off the like green side bunker, wherever it might be, but more so a matter of obviously approach play coming into them, putting yourself in a good spot. And again, just you're able to grip it and rip it. So just getting it out there as far as possible, it seems like is a big factor.
Yeah, this year it's going to be a little soft, I think. There's some rain coming in and some wind it looks like on Thursday and Friday. So it might be a little bit more important to hit the fairways right. Even though the rough is short, it is still Bermuda grass out there. So that's tough to judge, right? You can get flyers, ball can come out dead, and
Yeah.
if they're going to be playing lift clean in place, it's definitely nice to be coming in from the fairway.
Is it raining there all week before the tournament?
Yeah, I was watching Rick before Rick Rungood, and he was talking about potential rain, not Tuesday, Thursday, but or no, not Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's potential for some rain there,
Oh, okay.
and the tour is soft, so they'll probably do lift clean in place,
Yeah.
just off the possibility of there being some sort of mud balls and whatnot.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty like in terms of like the scores really aren't too low there. Like last year was 12 under the winner. Jaeger beat out a bunch of guys at 11. Specifically, I remember Scotty was up there in contention, but there was one, two, three, four, five guys tied at 11 under, and Jaeger won at 12 under with a par and 18. So again, doesn't seem like you're going to go too low at a course like this,
Yeah.
with just how long it plays. Not not that easy a course compared to some of these other ones that are on tour as well. And then yeah, I mean, I'm just
That's
looking at
nice to see though. I do like a tougher track. I mean, there
yeah.
it gets tested if it's that long and you miss greens, those runoffs and give you some tight chips on short-sided
Yeah.
shots. It's not going to play easy for anybody.
Yeah, this is where Scotty's under par streak was broken last year. I remember he like four putted 18 and when he just like rushed that tap and putt and it broke the streak. I remember that.
Mm, wow. Yeah, I do remember that streak breaking. All right, so let's get into the board a little bit, talk through what we're thinking,
Yeah.
um, and go from there. But it's the weather, just a quick side note, the weather's starting to turn up here in the Northeast, so hopefully PGA Tour Pro Dice will make the drive down to Jersey and we'll be playing some golf on camera and giving you guys, giving you what you really want.
Yeah. We'll be getting some clips soon. Like you said, it's getting nicer. And then we're also going on to South Carolina during Augusta week. So we'll obviously get some clip. I don't know why I keep calling it Augusta week during Masters week. We'll obviously get some nice nice content down there, play a good amount of golf. So we'll definitely play there. But like Bobby said, it is definitely nicer now in the Northeast. So we'll be playing some golf soon.
All
But
right, so let's get
for
into the
the
board.
yeah, the odds. So I got some of them pulled up. Just like again, run through the top of the board a little bit. Obviously, got the two big dogs, Scotty and Rory, at the top, plus 350, plus 650 for Rory. And then it's I haven't really you don't really see many boards like this. It goes plus 350, plus 650. Next guy's plus 2800. So pretty big gap there to the next guy. But Aaron Rye plus 2800, Wyndham Clark 3300, Jason Day 3500. JJ Spawn 3,500, Davis Thompson plus 3,500, Tony Finau plus 3,500, Michael Kim plus 3,500, and then Min Woo plus 3,500.
Yeah, it's an interesting board.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of good players in the field. It's just such a big gap from Scotty and Rory down to like the next, big batch of pretty good names, but obviously not on their level.
Yeah, one guy I'm looking at is Davis Thompson.
Yeah.
He's been playing solid golf through and through. He's a great driver of the golf ball, solid putter.
Yep.
So those really are the two main things here, short game and driving.
Yep.
'Cause it seems like everybody's going to miss some greens with these sloping greens, right? The edges of the greens are pretty sharp, right? In terms of, if you are on the edge of the green, it might roll off 20, 30 yards on a lot of holes.
Exactly. Yep.
So you got to be able to pitch the ball with a lot of spin or be comfortable bumping it into those sort of hills, right? And trying to check it up that way. But it doesn't seem like that's really the play around here with all the Bermuda grass and it being a little bit sticky and soft.
Mhm.
So Davis Thompson is somebody I'm looking at. Tony Finau has a great track record around
He
here.
won here.
Yeah.
He second last year, won back in that 11 under group. I mean, I think, and he's played pretty solid as of the last month, 2 months or so. Maybe not the Florida swing per se, but I just remember, I mean, a couple events earlier in the year, he seems like he's
Yeah, he was playing
getting
good.
getting his ball striking back. He's still
This is a
obviously with the
Tony
putter.
Finau type of event. He's
Yeah,
not he's solid. He's getting better in elevated events. He has a couple solid ones this year, but when he's an event, especially when he's the favorite, or one of the top guys,
yeah.
he feels more comfortable for whatever reason. I mean, it's obviously a mental thing.
And he just grip it and rip it out there. Obviously, we know how deep Tony is, and then also, I mean, his short game is just unbelievable. So, no, obviously, he has a great track record, like you said, because of how he plays his game, but also I think with how he's playing this year, 3,500. I mean, that's definitely something I'll be on as well.
Who else in that range? You like Minwoo this week?
Yeah, I mean, same sort of thing. Minwoo's deep off the tee. He's got a great short game. He played well with the players. He sort of, obviously blew up on the weekend there, but a much more low key event, obviously, than the players. And, if he's continuing to track his game this way, it should be a perfect course fit, just, based off his game and then how the course is. So it was plus 4,000. I saw it's down to plus 3,500, but I think just with the field and then how he's playing, and also, like I said, a couple of times his course fit, should be a pretty good play this week.
Yep. And so Sung Jae, he's going to turn his game around at some point, right? He's been struggling this year. Really, his approach play, he's way too aggressive with his irons. I mean, he short sides himself more than anybody,
Yeah,
and he's a flusher of the golf ball.
I
So
know.
him
It's
and
weird.
Willie Wilcox, his caddy, right? They got to figure something out. They got
I
to get
know.
a more conservative game plan. I mean, they got to be worried about pars and three, four, five birdies a day, right? You
You
don't
haven't seen him
have
anywhere on the leaderboards. They're just not
no,
at all.
no, which is unlike him. He used to be a top 20, top 10 machine for a long time.
Every event, like, because he would play every event. Like, it was
Yeah.
unbelievable. I know.
Yep. So we also got Steven Yeager, defending champ, plus
Mm.
4,500, coming in good form.
Played well.
Played well at the Players. Last week he got off to a good start. Don't think it ended too well. And I forget exactly where he finished, but he was kind of slowly falling down the leaderboard
Yeah.
there the last few days.
Mhm.
The Gala, I'd rather, I don't know, do anything else than put money on him right now.
He's so in. His game is so like he was up last week. The second nine of his first on Thursday, he snapped. He went like four under his second nine. It was in a great spot, and he simply can't keep it around together. He has way too much.
He's the Indians' Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, he has so much big miss in his game, and then that's a perfect description. Actually, it's just there's no way you can really win a tournament right now with how much miss is, especially, and it feels like off the tee right now. It's just so far of a slice that he plays. It feels like it's impossible to handle.
Agreed. Agreed. So working our way down. See
I mean,
Max
Neal's down
Gracerman.
there. Yeah,
Fan of Max Gracerman. He's not driving the ball great right now, which is what he was really doing well his first couple years.
no.
Thinking about Max Gracerman, I just want to shout out my boy Kieran Purcell, fellow Delaware golfer. We played on the same team at Delaware. He beat Max Gracerman at the Met Am at Fairfield Country Club. I believe 3-2 or 2-1. Great
Mhm.
match. Just want to give Kieran a shout out. Always have that on your resume, Kieran. All right. Alex Smalley playing great golf right now.
Yeah,
Consistent. He's like top 10 in strokes gained total on tour
he's a
right now.
striper.
He's a striper. He's got a solid short game.
Just can't win.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to win when you're first getting started playing good golf. It just happens. When it happens, it just happens. You never know when it's going to be. But his game is definitely in shape to, be in contention,
No,
especially
I
a course like this.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Like top 20, he's at plus 230. Even if he's not, like we said, gonna win, he's plus 6,000 outright. I think just with how well he's striping it, and then I mean he's like you said, a very good short game as well. It's plus 230 is a pretty solid number for a top 20 right now.
Yeah, no, agreed. That is
Yeah,
a solid number. All right, work away. Jake Knapp is another guy. He missed the cut last week. I think it was just, playing with Cam Young is tough.
it
It's
is.
not. He's
It's
just like, wow, this
yeah,
Cam Young. He's pretty much Cam Young right now in terms of his second place finishes and playing good golf.
no.
And then he's like, shit, this is what I'm going to be in the future. So you got a snapshot of what he'll look like in a couple years.
Yeah.
Andrew Novak, another guy playing good golf,
Hmm.
very good golf.
He competes. It feels like he always is up there, the top
Plus
15, 10.
9,000. I mean, on
Yeah,
an open golf course, he kind of is like Wyndham and those slice. He gets a little over slicey when it
yeah,
gets kind of to the nitty gritty. And this course, you can probably miss a few right
yeah. Not
and
as
be all
penal.
right.
But for
Ricky,
what you were saying before, Jake Knapp, I definitely like him this week. Like you said, he's been striking it well all week. He's been putting it great. I mean, I think he's top five on tour in his putting stats right now, and he switched to that new putter at the Honda. So, I mean, that's worked out very well for him. And plus 8,000, a course like this, where you could just, let it eat off the tee a little bit, doesn't have to play really placement golf, and then it, can score when he needs to if he's not hitting his irons too great. I think plus 8,000 with his form outside of last week is a solid number, like you said, and I'll be on it this week.
all right. So do you want to keep working our way down? If you just talk through a few guys and then we'll do our official picks.
Yeah, so for some of these guys down at the bottom, I mean, you got Nico Eck at freaking plus or 120 to 1. And I mean, he's been playing
Yeah,
great golf.
consistent,
Like,
good golf. I think he's mentally there in terms of he feels like he can win even after a bad Friday afternoon last week. He bounced back, plays great on Saturday.
yeah,
Sunday
didn't play
wasn't his
great Sunday,
day.
but yeah,
Sunday wasn't his day, but he gets himself into that spot.
I know.
And then two guys right next to each other that interest me this week. Ryan Fox. All right. Most people don't know about him in America still. He was a great European Tour player.
He's deep,
Deep. He's longer than Minwoo Lee.
not
Got a
Aldrich.
quirky swing. But he has a great short game. He's a great putter too. He has been solid gaining strokes even when he's not playing well. He's been gaining strokes around the green, which is huge, right? If he could just be consistent off the tee, and he will have one or two big misses a day.
We're open though, so
It's
it
oh
can get away with
exactly. Now it's open. You can get away and still make a par on those holes instead of having to take a drop or whatever it
double.
is, especially on the Florida swing, right? You don't get away with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting actually. Yeah, if his short game's like you're saying, obviously pretty good, that should be a pretty good fit for him this week.
Yeah. And the last guy, Ryan Gerard, he's a guy I've been following for a couple years now. I think it was 3 years ago where he he wasn't there was a situation where he was a pro. He Monday qualified into a PJ Tour event. He got enough points to get his card, but he didn't have certain status, so they sent
Oh,
him back to the Corn Ferry Tour. He got his PJ Tour card back, and he's been
wow.
playing great golf,
He
right?
hits his iron sick, right? I
Yeah,
feel
he's a striper of the golf ball,
yeah.
100%.
Can't putt.
I don't know what the stats look like. Let's get a quick look at that.
I got
But
it.
he's just a guy that he is consistently, honestly, giving himself a good opportunity for that top 20, for finishing well. Let's see where he's at. All right, so he's
So strokes
82nd.
gained approach 24th. He's 34th in putting this year.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's pretty solid across the bag. Off the tee, 49th, gaining strokes, putting 34th. What is his around the
Could be
green?
up there more, man.
Yeah, I mean, sand saves, he's solid. Scrambling 58th, right? 62%. So,
To be top 35 in approach and putting, and then also off the tee top 50. I mean, he should be
yeah.
competing
I
more
mean,
than
he
he
probably hasn't gotten a lot of starts this year, right? These elevated events and these fields, they're
around the greens 161st on tour.
so that's not great. Obviously, we don't
That
love to
hurts
hear
him a
that.
little.
But we're that's a top 20 play. That's not what we wanted to hear. But I like him this week still.
Yeah.
Where's Ryan
No, he's a
Gerard plus
sticker.
400, top 20. So
It's a
let's
good
get
one.
into our picks, right? We'll talk briefly about them, but let's just list them off first so we get a nice clip for some more winners.
Yeah.
All
So
right. You want to
this,
go first?
yeah, I got it. So this week for outrights, I got four guys. I got Tony Finau plus 3,500, Minwoo Lee plus 4,000, Jake Knapp plus 8,000, and then my long shot just because of how open the course is again. I know it's probably not the best for his short game, but Aldrich Potgieter at the plus 15,000. Will be back in the pot.
Yeah, I mean, out that Potgieter is your guy. I can't argue that. You and our on-course reporter Bob DeForio, that's your guy. There's an obsession there that I'm not quite sure where it came from, but
You
it's
know
there.
where the Puerto Rico, no, the Mexico Open. Oh,
No, I know it was that event, but you guys, within the matter of 2 days, it was your favorite person in the entire world.
if you look, if you watch Aldrich play golf and he's on, there's nothing like it, in my personal opinion.
So, all right. So, what were your picks again? You got Potgieter, you got
Matt,
Wyndham.
Minwoo, Finau.
No Wyndham.
No, I didn't go with Wyndham. I honestly, I didn't think the neck injury was real, but I thought about it and I watched some other guys on just clips. If he didn't play in TGL with how much he was showing he cared about that, I think it might have been like something that I was
He
actually.
couldn't though. His rep, the amount of shit he would have got for withdrawing from the players on Friday and then showing up to TGL on Monday.
It should be a good course fit for him. Maybe I'll add it before the week, but I'm just gonna stick with those four. Just for now, I think he's a good fit, but I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to get on it at 3,300.
All right, so I got Davis Thompson. I was speaking about him before. Steven Yeager. He's a guy that knows how to win. He has the most wins in
Back.
Corn Ferry Tour history. Um, and I back to back, I could see that happening. And then lastly, I was going to play him as a top 20, but now we're going outright is Mr. Ryan Fox plus 12,000.
I like it.
He was probably my biggest. individual or in terms of odds. I got him on the European tour, I think at the Omega Masters. No, not
I remember it was when him and Hatton almost won that event
yeah, yep.
at Wentworth.
Yep.
That's
It's a
Wentworth.
great
Yeah,
golf course. That's a great event.
I
Billy
saw
Horschel's won there a couple
the
times. Or won.
the Saudi investment fund was trying to buy it. There was reports, but then they're saying they're not trying to sell it, so maybe it's not real.
Yeah, that'd be a shame if that event went to friggin' live and I had to watch Dustin Johnson play there. All right, so now we go. So we got Davis Thompson, Steven Yeager. Yeager's plus 4,500. Ryan Fox plus 12,000. That's my guy. Then we're going top 20 bets. I have Davis Riley plus 360. Going right back to Jake Knapp plus
So
300.
high. Can't believe Riley's 360.
Riley's 360. They're still disrespecting. He's found his game.
And he's played well here last year. Didn't he win the Valero the next week
Yeah,
from last year? Yeah, beat
yeah.
Scotty.
And he's a Texas boy. I mean, he's born and raised in Texas also.
That's heavy odds. I love that.
All right, and then we got Ryan Gerard plus 400. Those will be my three top 20s.
Nice. I like it. So I only got two top 20s this week just to list them off. We talked about him a bit earlier. Alex Smalley plus 230. I just again everything we said earlier, how well he's hitting it, great short game, should be a pretty good fit. And even though I don't trust him on Sunday, should still be fine with the top 20 if he's playing how he's been playing all year. And then Jason Day plus 175. He's another guy I thought about for actually outright this week. He's been playing great golf this year. It seems like he's striping it very well again. Changed up his putter at the Arnold and putted very well there. It's one of those like basically the lab putters, but the company's copying that type of putter where it's just
Odyssey.
yeah the bat. Not is it? I think it was TaylorMade did it actually.
Oh, okay.
It was like the weight balance or whatever it's called. I forgot exactly what it's called, but one of those types of putters putted well with it. So plus 175, top 20. I think that's a great play this week and just an event that obviously should be pretty focused in on in terms of just getting prepared for Augusta like the rest of these guys.
Yeah, and then the last thing, so I'm looking at, I was going to do a little make miss cut parlay for the podcast, but they don't have all the players listed. They have a few specials. I do like this a lot. Plus 310, JJ Spawn, Davis Thompson, Michael Kim, and Jacob Bridgman. Only four people to make the cut.
And
Plus
they're all in
310.
form.
They're all, yeah, they're 100% in form. They're guys that need good weeks, right? They need to keep the momentum.
Kim needs it because he needs still a couple more points to make the
Yep,
Masters, right?
yep. Yeah, and that's why he said he's playing this week. He's a great follow, right, on
Yeah,
Instagram.
he's on
Sorry,
Instagram
on Twitter. Yep.
on X. He's just so he gives great course breakdowns and also like a recap of the week. I really enjoy
He
after the
just gives
weekend.
the people what they want, right?
Yeah,
Unlike Colin
real info.
Morikawa.
Yeah, you
Asshole.
saw JT handled it last week compared to
Yeah, he went and shook the guy's hand. He's signing balls, and he goes and says he feels he's excited to be in that spot. He's grateful.
JT missed that freaking. He was nodding his head making those putts. I
Oh,
can't.
he's
What?
great to watch in contention.
Oh my god, he was so loud,
He
dialed.
really gets into it.
New York to win the whole 3-0. Bang.
Steve Cohen looks like your drunk uncle.
Say Pat Slanton. He's a billionaire.
Cam Young actually smiled tonight. I saw
Oh,
finally JT was busting his chops again, and he finally smiled back at him like he's a huge.
they got to talk to him. Just be like, it's all right to talk to us, Cam. We
Yeah,
want to be
so
your friends
let's
somewhat a
talk
little.
2 minutes about Cam. I mean, he teased us, right? We felt good about him going into last week, or not good, but at least a little hope that he would give himself a chance. And
No, yeah, he really is lost. He'll be back in like maybe 6 months,
but
hopefully.
it's so mental because you see him on here, he's swinging decent enough to put together a score.
No, he gets out there and doesn't believe that he's going to score well.
Yeah, and then once a couple bad things happen, it's over.
And then
Oh
I mean it's
wait,
just
I
like
just saw a guy I want to talk about. Alejandro Tosti.
he competed here last year too. Yeah,
Did he?
yeah,
He's a bomber.
I know.
And he's a nuthead. I love freaking crazy guys.
He was in the group at 11 under last year, so second place.
Wow.
And he played what? He played well at the Players a little bit.
Yeah, well, he did until he missed the cut. He went like six over his
Missed the
back nine.
cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember he was like 5 under. I remember at a certain point.
he hit in the water on 17, doubled 18. Where
Want
is
to do a little Masters? I'm looking at the Masters odds.
yeah. Let's
All right.
talk to the well, and let's do an updated Ryder Cup. I don't know. Do you remember our 12 last week? We should have wrote them down.
Well, it was definitely. Let me just
Wow. Toasty plus 700 top 20. Add that.
Toasty plus 700.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So yeah, and the last Dice won with Hovland. I had Riley plus 500 last week. The week before plus 700. I had Tom Hogue right top 20. So this Toasty might be the guy this week plus
Yeah.
700.
Couple winners in a row.
Yeah,
Like nice odds for top 20.
yeah. I mean these are guys they're expecting to miss the cut by a couple.
But yeah, I mean for it's
So
pretty much
Augusta.
yeah. I mean Augusta. Yeah, let's do that a little bit.
Let's get Augusta. Let's get a nice clip for the gram. So let's talk about Augusta. Let me kick off Augusta. Augusta, as people might not know, Johnny Dice is a newer golf fan, right? What about 2 or 3 years where he's been fully more invested than anybody in terms of time spent tracking golf. He knows what every single golfer is doing on the
Mhm.
entire golf course. It could be as big as the Open Championship, or it could be as little as the John Deere Classic.
It's true.
He's going to know what's going on with everybody on the golf course. Augusta is such a special week. There's been so many unbelievable stories and players that pop up. Like Louis Oosthuizen, the way he used to play at Augusta
Oh,
was the best. I mean, this
it's
guy
unbelievable.
was great. I mean, Bubba in Augusta. I remember I was watching Augusta Masters. I was in Ireland with the golf team at Iona, and Bubba hit a drive on 13, the par five, before they moved the tee back. He
Yeah.
had sand wedge in.
No, yeah, that they needed to do that.
He had sand wedge in. He used to hit a sand wedge like 145, but it was like he took over
Downhill.
all the trees on the left.
That's absurd.
He took it over everything. It was
I've seen
insane.
clips of all his shots, obviously from the playoff on 10. But
Oh,
why do they do 10? Do is 10 the second? I forget. Is 10 the?
no, ten's the first playoff hole.
It's weird. Is it like that?
I
You
think
like that?
it's just close to the clubhouse. I mean, obviously, you would think it would be 18, but
Yeah.
they
I mean, it's
had
a good
Angel
hole.
Cabrera, Adam Scott,
That
that
was
playoff.
great.
Yeah, Angel used to be such a
He
strike.
clutched up. He made the birdie to force the playoff.
Yeah, after Adam birdied 18.
Yeah.
There's been so much. Sergio, he's had a lot of close calls, and there. Who did Justin Rose win? Or no, he choked that one.
Yeah.
Not choked, but he missed the putt on 18.
So just a couple odds for this year though. So you got top of the board Scotty plus 490, Rory plus 600, Ludwig plus 1500, Rom plus 1500, Morikawa plus 1700, Bryson plus 1700, Xander's down to plus 1900, and he gained. That's Xander's still. I mean, he gained
Sanders
11.
1900.
He gained 11 or 10 point something strokes on approach last week. He just still is finding a short game, obviously, but
No offense to John Rahm, but he should not be fourth in the rankings right now. I mean, Colin Morikawa has a significantly better chance of winning.
oh yes, 100.
Bryson DeChambeau is a significantly better. Hideki Matsuyama. Rahm has been solid on live, but he's not hitting his irons like close like he used to.
No,
He hits it to 15 20 to 25 feet.
yeah,
Way, and not that those are bad approaches, but he used to hit 3, 4 darts every round where it's
exactly.
kicking birdies. Kepka, they still disrespect 3,100. No, he's
Yeah,
not playing great either, but he's a guy that just is different in the majors. Neiman, joke, 28 to 1. And again, he's playing great golf,
I know
but
how good he is, but he's been top
his
six,
best
five
major is
16.
tied 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Spieth 28 to 1. Oh my God, that's a joke.
Spieth is 28 to 1.
Yeah.
That's gross. Yeah, that's disgusting. Fleetwood's 36 to 1.
If that was 5 years ago, those would be great odds.
Corey's playing some good golf.
Dustin Johnson, 55 to 1.
Yeah, he's the same odds as fucking Finau and Corey Connors. That's a joke.
But, this Max Homa, 75 to 1. He should be 3,000 or 30,000
I
to
think they
1.
will. I think like when Masters Weeks actually opens, they usually do give him a pretty solid update.
Yeah, I'm shocked they don't. They probably aren't worried about giving shitty odds. They don't want to give anyone too good.
Yeah, exactly.
Who we got? Cameron Young, 85 to 1.
So
Steve
yeah, Camel tee off at 150 to 1.
Yeah, as he should. Who else?
Cam Smith 55 to 1. I mean,
Neil Shipley in last. That's tough.
Ludwig
How was
might
Patton Kazire in the field?
might be Ludwig, man.
Did he win last year?
Might love Ludwig at Augusta.
I mean, Ludwig second in his first at Masters. That's
Also, might love Willie Z.
I do. It's just such a hard place to putt,
I know. I hope his odds get better than 36 to 1 right now, but
and
he,
he's. I mean,
he's on
the
his
way
iron
he's been falling apart.
on Saturdays afternoons. It's disgusting. Lowry's
I
at
could see.
42.
I really. I'm hoping for Adam Scott to make one more run at some point. It feels like
He's been playing awful.
I know his putting is bad. Like he's hitting
Can't putt.
a lot of decent putts from like 15 plus feet that rim the edge. It's just not going in the hole.
But yeah, he can't make. I feel like the 5 to 7 foot ranges.
This Keegan Bradley plus 16,000.
That's interesting.
He's playing great golf. Like how is DJ plus 5,500 and Keegan Bradley is plus 16,000?
Yeah, I'm interested to see where these odds go when it actually gets to the week of.
Justin Rose, the pro, will be a good top 20 bet.
Yeah, he's. I mean, they always disrespect him.
But I
But
do want to say I would love to see Billy Horschel on this Ryder Cup team. I think he's a
Horschel?
guy that he just refuses to lose. He doesn't like to lose. And match play, that's everything.
No, yeah, I mean, I could see it. I just don't know how great the like Bethpage Black for Billy Ho.
Jesus. They put Cam in the anchor.
Yeah, I wonder if Atlanta you got to decline it. Decline it. They're gonna pick it up. There's no need to accept it. Yeah, decline. Good.
Not against Patty Ice.
Yeah, it's a 3 footer. I mean, Cam would have. There's no benefit to accepting it.
This has been a great finals. Competitive.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm definitely in terms of the Masters. I'm interested to see where those odds go. But I mean, you got anything else for this week, the Houston Open? Any of the other guys that we missed? Or, I mean, we're all set with everything that we already went over.
Yeah, no, I think we got some good stuff going. If anybody our DMs are open, right? So if anybody wants to give some suggestions, chat, hit us up. We're happy to
Please,
talk golf with anybody.
we'd love to get some interaction going at a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, we're not expecting much. This is slow growth, right? One episode a week. Once we start posting on Instagram more, right, clips, that's where when we know we'll hopefully get some new people in. But it's a fun time, right? We talk enough golf that might as well do it on camera and, see what it brings us.
But I'm ready for another winner this week. Get on a little run and to get hot for Augusta. We'll be like 2.5 hours away from the course, so hopefully we feel the energy when we're down there in South Carolina, and maybe just film something in the nice weather down there together for the episode for Augusta.
100%. All right, one last gripe I needed to talk about. FanDuel was terrible last week with the golf.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrible. No tracker. You didn't post three balls for an entire day. I get March Madness is going on, but
Joke.
there's still people over here too that, we got stuff we want to look at. So that was a little disappointing. No books posted the tracker, no books posted the three balls.
DraftKings did fix it by Saturday.
The tracker?
Yeah, and I was able to track there.
Oh, gotcha.
Shout out DK for the weekend, but FanDuel just was down. No good. No good.
All right, so that was episode 4 of Brothers on the Green. We appreciate everybody joining us. and it's a slow growth, but we're gonna get there at some point. Keep the faith, all right? Keep the faith, baby.